like a sound right in my ear, really loud, and don't know what it is.
Lainey's glasses on the counter there have just moved across the counter, and I'm... What? It's just been staring at that mirror for like the past half hour. Obviously hasn't moved. You see this? That's on. Can you do it again?
Turn the light on, please. Turn it on.
We are back!
Welcome back to yet another spooky Sunday, and today we're bringing to you a poltergeist update. We like to do these every now and then, maybe every month or so, just to update you on the things that are going on in our home and if there's been any developments as well. So
yeah, we've had quite a few things happen since we last did one of these, and it was only about a month ago that we did this. So
yeah.
And so it just goes to show how crazy our house can be at times. This happened a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
We were just sat one evening watching some TV, as you can probably see from the video, and the lights just started flickering at random.
There was no rhyme or reason for kind of like how long they would be on or off for.
Yeah, so obviously, in typical Ben and Lainey fashion, we got our phones out to try and record. The recording that you see was from Lainey's phone, but I was recording at the same time.
Have you still got that footage?
I have still got that footage.
So we'll post them up side by side if we can.
Yeah.
What happened was, we were just watching a bit of TV, chilling out, as we always do, and the lights were sporadically going on and off, and it went on for about a minute or so. We were able to pick it up on our cameras, and then we made sure that we both started to record so that we could account for each other, if that makes sense.
Yeah. While this was going on, we thought that we might ask...
Try and interact.
Yeah, get some interaction from it. So we were obviously, Lainey, in the video you can hear it saying, can you turn the lights on, can you turn the lights off? And there was a bit of a delay between it happening and the request, I guess.
This was really strange though, because normally we'll try and interact and we get nothing.
Yeah.
But we can't put in requests. We've tried. We've held a camera to a door and asked that opened on its own, and we've asked it to be shut, and it just won't happen.
Yeah.
But this time we did. We got a response, so we would say, "Can you do it again?" And it would happen, and it was amazing.
It was pretty wicked. Then towards the end of the clip, you can see that the lamp in the far end of the room falls over on its own, which was just the icing on the cake for this one. I think it was like crazy enough that the lights were going off, but then for the lamp to fall over was pretty immense like that. To be fair, that was kind of the scary point of it, because like the lights going on and off is fine, but when the lamp goes,
yeah, and it was almost like look what I can do, turn the lights on and off, and if that wasn't good enough, have a broken lamp.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people that think that I'm messing with it on my phone, but as you can see, we've put in both of our recordings, so you can see mine and Lainey's. They both match up. They're both in sync. Yeah. So, you seeing this?
Get your camera.
Oh, it's on. Can you do it again?
Oh my god. Turn the light on, please. Turn it on. Oh. Are they going off separately?
Yeah, they are. The thing is, the
that'll
light
do,
switch.
thanks.
The light switch is over there.
Yeah.
This is actually absolutely bonkers. Like.
A comment that we got a few times was that we've got those. They were saying, oh, you've got an app to turn the lights on and off. So I did make the next day like a quick TikTok to show the types of little bulbs that we've got, these tiny little strange bulbs that we
Yeah.
use in those lamps. We had to buy them specifically for that lamp. They're not just ones that you just screw in or
Generic
anything
put in,
like
yeah.
that. And they're not controlled by an app. It's literally just.
The light
Although
switch.
I would love that, but we rent this house. I'm not going to invest in that
Yeah.
until we get our own place. It's just a light switch on the wall. It's an on and off, and those little lights. So
Yeah, but we'll put that video in now.
And talk about the these lamps, light shades that we were showing yesterday that were kind of going on and off. If a couple of people, maybe, well, about 5 people have basically said that this is like an app and it's been done using an app. We didn't even know this was a thing until it was mentioned on our story. So 2 seconds, I'm going to flip you around and I'm going to show you the kind of light bulbs that we've got. So this is the light fitting here. I wonder if I can get that right in there. Okay, this is the bulb. It's this tiny little like thing here. We had to go hunting for them to find the right ones when we bought these. You cannot use a normal light bulb in there. And then here's the light switches here, just normal light switches. Turn them on and off. You see? No Bluetooth, so what do you guys think of this clip? We were quite impressed with this one ourselves because of the interaction and things like that. What do you guys think?
Yeah, let us know in the comments.
Next.
This is something that we get all the time, even though we try our hardest to show that it's not the case. Everybody's like, well, you've got these electric bulbs, you've got these electric plugs, you've got these electric light switches that you can just control from your phone. Fortunately, we actually had the footage from both our phones recording so that you could actually see in the moment both of our phones to see that neither of us were using a phone to manipulate the lamps and stuff like that. But even though regardless of all of that, people will still always say that. But we proved that it wasn't the case.
Was an experience that I had while I was in the house on my own. Ben was at work and I'd finished a bit earlier, so I was at home and I was knackered. So I fell asleep on the sofa and I was having a little nap. And
As you do.
As I do. I do love a nap.
She does.
If you've followed us from the start, you would know that I love a brew and a nap. Anyway, I was having a little nap on the sofa thinking Ben will wake me up when he comes in the house, and I heard a really weird hissing sound and it woke me up. It startled me awake actually, and I did not feel very comfortable. It's not often that I don't feel comfortable in the house, and I think it was just that, I think if you're asleep it's quite vulnerable, isn't it?
Yeah, you are in a vulnerable position
Yeah.
if you sleep.
So I tried to call Ben, and because he was working he wasn't able to answer. So I picked up my phone and I just thought I just need to talk to something. So I'm recording. I just saw them recording on my phone like, oh, I just need to talk because I've just been woken up to like a sound in my ear. And as I'm doing it, my hair moved. Now, it moved twice, but the first time I didn't feel it and I didn't even notice it. And it wasn't until I posted it that people noticed it, and then I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
The second time I did notice it, and then I was like, I need to show that there's nothing around me.
Yeah.
So that happened, and then I sent the clip to Ben, and when he finished work he took a look at it. Now what you see is the clip, and I've shared it, but what people didn't realise was that I'd held on to that clip until Ben had seen it. I didn't post it straight away. A lot of people, bless you, were so lovely and checked in on me to make sure I was all right, knowing that I was in the house on my own. But at the point that I shared it, it was fine. Ben was home by then.
Yeah, but I wasn't too excited about this one because I was like, it's just and then no. That was my actual response. I think I genuinely kind of went a bit like this, and I was like, oh no.
I just need to talk to something. I'm freaking out a little bit. So I've been lay here having a nap because Ben's at work. That's not why I had a nap, but Ben's at work. And I was woken up to like a sound right in my ear, really loud, and don't know what it is. The fuck? At that point I was like, what the hell? But I was like still waking up. I was kind of like rebooting from my nap. So I was like, oh my god. But so what I did was stopped recording, got up, didn't acknowledge it after the recording, made a cup of tea, and then I was like, right, if you can hear me right now, Don't do that again.
That's your warning.
Let this be a warning to you, or I'm getting the priest in, bitch.
Or if you've seen our other TikToks, what? Do you want to fight?
This is what happens when you stare lovingly at your Geordie girlfriend.
Oh, he got accepted for that course. What? What? Why is staring at me? Do you want to fight?
Well, we always got to fight. I just love you.
Reggie.
What do you think of this? What do you think of Lainey's little experience? Because you know what, that freaked me out. I'm pretty certain it freaked you out as well.
How would you react if you've experienced something like that? Have you experienced something like that?
Yes.
Let me know.
Yes, let us know in the comments.
Honestly, this goes hand in hand with the whole like doppelganger experience and hearing other people in the house sometimes, even though we know that we're home alone, and it still happens to this day. Lainey only a few days ago was actually having a nap, and she had a very similar experience where she heard this very deep, dark kind of sound in her ear, and it completely startled her awake, even though I was nowhere near her. The baby was downstairs with me, and we were just playing together, and she was just like, did you just come and wake me up? I was like, no, not at all. It still happens, and for some reason it tends to target Lainey. Not sure why, not sure what the reason is, but that's just how it is.
What can he see? What is he seeing?
I don't know, but he's just been staring at that mirror for like the past half hour. Honestly, hasn't moved.
The clip that you have just seen is one of our little kitten, little Boo, bless him. We were just sat watching TV one night. Actually, I think we were watching a movie. I can't remember what movie we were watching.
It was probably a horror movie.
Knowing us, it probably was. But just a little bit of a backstory on this mirror. So we've bought this mirror from a charity shop. A lot of people have said to us in the comments and in messages and things that maybe our issues in our home are coming from something that could have come from a charity shop.
So, and the issue might be attached to an object.
Yeah.
Many people think it could be our mirror.
Yeah. The cat had been looking into the mirror for a little while.
While he was sat with us.
Yeah. So he was kind of sat on my lap and he was just looking in the mirror, and then I just feel him get up and start walking over. So he goes and sits on the back of the sofa, as you can see, and he's fixed on this mirror. He's just looking at it. He's kind of got his head darting about.
It did feel like he was watching something, like he was focused on something.
It did feel like he was fixed on something, yeah. A little bit later on into the clip, you can see that a couple of people think it's an orb that kind of goes through the clip. And then shortly after that orb goes up and above the clip, Boo's head kind of fixes on something above him and he just follows it like this.
Yeah.
We don't know what he saw. We saw nothing because
No.
we had a little look around as well. We saw nothing, but he seemed to have seen something.
I would like to know if other people who have cats, if their cats do that too. Boo has been reactive to a few different things around the house in the past that we've not been able to see. Quite often his tail will go bushy, or he'll walk into a room and then he'll rush back out again.
Yeah.
Is it an empty room? Or we'll I'll pick him up and I'll go to take him in the room and he's like trying to get down, and then when he does get down he'll just leave the room again. So who else has a cat and has experienced this? We can't be the only ones.
Yeah.
Let us know. We love hearing things like this because I just
Definitely.
need to relate to people with these sorts of things. So
We just want to learn a little bit more and get some knowledge on these things, which is always interesting. So let us know in the comments.
yeah, one other thing that's completely off topic, but whenever I feel really anxious or I'm struggling with like low mood or whatever, a bit of depression or whatever, I feel like my cat, our little Boo, really gets like quite clingy to me and he doesn't want to leave my side and he gets really cuddly, and I really feel like he senses that.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Does your cat do that?
Is this something,
Is
or
this
are we
just-
just kind of Putting two and two together and
Yeah.
making 5.
Oh, not me.
This happens still to this day with Loki. He is so reactive to things that happen around the house, and also we know not to go near things. If he is reacting to things, sometimes he'll walk into a room, he'll hiss, he'll have a very bushy tail, almost as if he can see something that we can't, and it's so freaky when it happens, and it happens more often than I think people realise, and people who have come to the house have even kind of commented on his mannerisms around just it towards nothing sometimes.
Pick it up.
That fucking hurts your ears.
It feels like it's rattling your eardrums.
Can you feel it?
Yeah, but what is that?
Like a heavy bass, like a deep bass.
But it's not out there, is it?
No?
Go back in again.
It's gone.
It stopped.
It's gone.
What the hell?
How weird.
Ben's in the bathroom getting ready for bed, he's brushing his teeth and pottering about and everything. And he calls me through quite urgently. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I rush through and he's like, can you hear that? Can you hear it? What is that? And there is this strangest, very bassy, sort of like low level, like, almost like I could feel my eardrums like
Getting thumped.
wobbling. I don't know how
Yeah.
to describe it. It was the strangest thing.
It's like if you hear a high or a low pitch frequency, like it hurts your ears, and it's quite like you want to block them off.
I know what it is. You know when you're in the car and you only open one window and you
Yes.
feel your eardrums like rattling and it's really uncomfortable. It was like that. It went on for like easily 4 or 5 minutes, and it was only in the bathroom. We stepped out into the bedroom and it completely went, stepped back in again, and it came back again as well. The fan wasn't on. We do have a fan in there because there's no windows in that bathroom, it's an ensuite.
Yeah.
The fan wasn't on, but it doesn't make that noise, and we've been here for 2.5 years now and it's never been an issue. I can't understand what it was. Somebody asked if the washing machine was on downstairs. It wasn't, but even if it was on, and sometimes I'll put a washing on before I go to bed, we've never experienced that before. It was so strange. But even stranger was what happened afterwards.
Yeah, so we didn't actually catch what happened afterwards, but we did kind of put it in the clip as a little caption. We're in bed, we've got something on the computer, and we can hear the tap turning.
Oh, that was the chair. That was the chair downstairs.
That's actually some ruckus.
I'm trying to think what we're going down to now. Anyway, no, continue. We're not doing that.
Right.
Everyone's like, don't give it your attention.
This
so
is
we're going to continue.
damage control. Anyway, we could hear the tap turn in the bathroom, and then you can hear the water running. So we were like, what on earth? So as we're getting out of bed, we can hear like So this was the fallout from that chaos. Like the chair in the middle of the room clearly shouldn't be there.
I did hear the chair though. I could hear the like.
Yeah, and then, but what was the banging? Because that was massively
I
loud.
think it must have been the drawers, the doors, or the. I think it must have been.
Are we able to?
That.
What about the drawers? Maybe
Oh,
it was a bit louder than that, wasn't it? Yeah, that kind of replicates it, doesn't it?
Oh,
Might have been that as well, actually.
my ears.
Did you have to be so brutal with it?
Sorry.
But
this light's on as well. So that was eventful AF.
well, you've just seen what's happened.
Okay. Anyway, we're gonna
We're gonna carry on. So,
hang on a minute.
Derek must know that we're talking about him because he's just.
It's because I was like, no, we're not gonna give it attention. And then he's like,
bitch, give me attention.
I'm gonna make you.
Give me attention. But anyway, as we were getting out of bed to go and investigate the tap in the bathroom, we heard like a massive, I guess it was like a thud.
Fuzzy, clunky sound. We knew it was coming from the bathroom.
Yeah.
We like the ensuite bathroom.
And as we've gone into the bathroom, we've seen that there's a shampoo bottle on the floor, which we know we keep in the storage bit in the shower, and we can obviously see the tap running that we can hear. And we were like, brilliant. We haven't managed to actually catch this on camera, but we should have known, because we know that these things usually come in a thread. It's not just one thing, it's always one thing, then the other things.
But like, I wonder if what we could feel in our ears and what we could sort of hear, that low level, was kind of like a build-up of some sort of energy.
Yeah.
Like, that's my thought process on it. What do you guys think? I don't know. Like, I just feel like it was really weird that happened and then we had a lot of movement.
I agree. I think that that's too coincidental to be anything other than that, potentially.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think? As always, let us know in the comments. We'd love to know. Finally,
This was a one and done situation. I'm talking about the in the bathroom situation. Never had that thumping in my ears before. Never had it since. Nor has Lainey, actually. We often get tinnitus in our left side, which apparently is to do with the paranormal. But I mean, that's only what I've heard. But yeah, this situation was very unique, very isolated, and it's never happened since, which is quite strange for our house, because often if things happen once, they tend to happen again. But not in this circumstance. Very, very interesting. As for the ruckus during the videos, obviously, you guys know, if you've been around for a while, that that's not uncommon. Very often do we get videos interrupted by crazy forms of activity. So, yeah, that's just nothing out of the blue. But that bathroom incident, very, very different.
The most recent thing that happened that we're going to talk about was actually not too long ago. It was about a week ago. About a week ago!
I don't know, that's a...
Oh, gutted.
I bet I do, it just probably doesn't sound like that.
I was actually home alone. I got home first. Lainey was still at work at this point, which is quite common. It happens regularly.
Ben's like, Xbox time.
Yeah, I'm like, right, this is my me time. I'm gonna just crack on with a bit of FIFA.
I think I love that, by the way.
Yeah, so I'm just chilling, I'm enjoying myself, I'm having a great time. And then Derek the party pooper comes along and just absolutely rains on my parade. The glasses on the cabinet beneath the TV have kind of moved ever so slightly. So I thought to myself, the good people of TikTok and YouTube will be really upset with me if I'm not documenting this and something else happens. And I'm quite glad that I did. So I'm focused, I'm kind of explaining what's going on, because we always explain what happens for us to be recording. And as I'm pointing at the glasses, the plant on this side, I don't know what side it was, moves slightly, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then the thing on the other side of the cabinet moves inwards, and I'm like, okay, this is my cue to leave. So you hear me go, no. I can confirm that I was knowing all the way out the front door. I didn't grab anything. I left the cat, which I feel really horrible about.
Oh, no.
I left the cat in the house, I left everything, and it was like, you know when you're having fire emergency and they're like, you have to leave everything and you just get yourself out. That was me. It was the ghost alarm, okay? So I've bolted, I'm out the door, and I've still got about an hour before Lainey's home from work, so I'm sat on the curb with my phone.
I got a call, like, hi, and I was like, what's happened? What's happening? He's like, I'm stuck outside. I thought he'd been locked out or something.
Nope, just Derek's being a dick.
I came around the corner in my car, like, slowly, just to see Ben just, like, pottering about.
I was just sat there on the curb.
He sent me in first, and I was like, it's fine, come on, let's go have a tea.
Yeah, I went and sat on the curb, and I was like, I'm not going back in. And she was like, just go back in. And I was like, no, Lainey. If you've been following us for a long time, you know that I am the fanny out of the two of us. Like, I will freak out about the slightest thing.
I don't know why you didn't just go and sit in the garden with the like patio furniture and just chill in the garden.
Because the garden is still attached to the house and it's enclosed. If anything was to happen in the garden, I've got to go back into the house to get out. So my thought process was to get out the front door where I've got my car. I mean, I left my keys, but I didn't want to go back into the house to get my keys to get in the car. So I just sat on the curb.
What an absolute fantouche.
I'm proper freaking out a little bit here, right? Lainey's at work, I'm home alone, and Lainey's glasses on the counter there have just moved across the counter, and I'm... What? No.
So that's my story, and I'm, yeah. I mean, a lot of people were like, what's the matter with you online? And I was like, Would you go back into? Let me know. Would you go back into that house after that's just happened? Would you? So that is an update.
Yeah, this is. I don't take any pride in this, but it happened. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not proud of what I did, but I'd do it again. No, not really. I've actually grown as a person, I think, over the past 4 years, and I think I've developed as a human being to the point where now I am not as afraid to be in the house on my ones. And when I experience things, it's a bit more, I take it on the chin, less of a frightened approach, let's say. But how would you guys react? Would you have gone back into the house? Let me know down in the comments below. And while you're down there, be sure to jump scare the hell out of that like button, subscribe if you're new, and tickle my little bell so you get notified whenever we upload. And until next time, guys, I really, really hope that you have enjoyed. And until next time, I'll speak to you later. Peace.